Hey everyone, how's everyone doing? I am Lo-Fi Tarot. Welcome back to my tarot readings channel and to another timeless pick a card reading. So this pick a card reading is going to be slightly unusual. It's going to be for those of you who are currently going through some really challenging times, and you are wondering whether it will end and how long you will have to endure it. So actually this pick a card reading is inspired by a pick a card with the same topic uploaded by White Feather Tarot. So perhaps you already subscribed to their channel, but I will link her video down below in the description box if you want to watch. Okay, so yeah, I know that I have been uploading quite a few pick a card readings that quote unquote are not so cheerful or maybe not so positive for a lot of people. Like I know that people likes to watch pick a card reading on love, marriage, and dating, and all other stuff like blessing. And I'm not saying that I don't enjoy them or that I think there is something wrong with it. I mean, I enjoy doing those pick a card readings as well, but I think there needs to be a little bit of balance because life is more often, you know, living as a human being on earth is often not so easy. So and I saw that a lot of tarot readers usually tend to focus more on a more positive topic rather than difficult ones. So I just want to strike some balance there. Okay, so we have 3 piles in front of you. This is pile number 1, 2, and 3. I think the border colors, the different border colors are already help you to choose. So but yeah, like I always said, choose with your follow your first gut instinct when you first saw these piles. Okay, so if you are instantly drawn to one of these piles, then don't think too much. Just listen to that one pile, okay, because that's your intuition speaking. Of course, you can also choose more than one pile if you are not sure, or watch the entire reading if you have time. Okay, and if you still need an object or a stone to help you pick, for pile number 1, we have this tiny rose quartz. I'll just put it there. For pile number 2, we have this clear quartz. And for pile number 3, we have this tiny amethyst. So as usual, the timestamps will be in the description box below and in the comment section, and I will start with pile number 1. Hello pile number 1. So if you choose the first pile or this rose quartz, let's see what your angels, your guides, the universe has to say about whether you will get through your tough or challenging times. Okay, so these cards will be the kind of yes or no or maybe answer, and this will be some additional information. Okay, so let's see. We have no. Okay, don't worry. The moment I saw no, I know that you will panic, but I pull some more cards as a clarification for this one. Okay, and before I open the other cards, I just want you to notice that this no is without exclamation mark. So if you have watched a lot of pick a card readings and you know this deck, the Angel Answer Oracle, it has no with without and with exclamation marks. Okay, so this is not absolute no. We have asked for help from others and we have success. Should I open? Okay, let me open the rest of the cards. We have you are very close to achieving your goals. See, it's not all bad. And we also have inner earth. You will survive this, new solution and beginning. So it's very coherent. The message is very consistent. So I think what it means by no here is that and we have asked for help from others, so you won't survive these tough times alone. So you need to consider asking for help. So I don't know what you are going through. Maybe we will find out more with tarot later. So this is like not right now, not soon, but yeah, this situation will not end anytime soon, like in the near future. But if you ask for help from others, there is going to be improvement, or there is going to be a breakthrough, or there is going to be like a noticeable progress. Okay, and we have here, you are very close to achieving your goal. And also we have inner earth, you will survive this, new solutions and beginnings. So it can also be that if you keep maybe there is a way in which you try to resolve your issue that is not working. It's like maybe you are trying to resolve an issue in a way you have always resolved issue before, but this challenge is different and it takes a different approach, which is why we have asked for help from others. And we also have new solutions and beginnings. So this is a challenge that is different from any challenge you have encountered before. So say previously, if you encounter like tough times, you always respond with like fight or flight or freeze mode, and now none of those modes, none of those methods are working. So there has to be a breakthrough here, a new kind of solution. We have you are very close to achieving your goal. So actually you are closer to where you want to go than you think. I think it may be the obstacle, or like what you perceive as a dead end, is actually just requiring a tweak or a change in your way of seeing the situation. Okay, so it's kind of, you need to see a situation in a in a way that is out of the box. And it's like maybe for some of you, you need to look at the bigger picture and see that actually there is no, like, maybe for some of you the blocks is within you, which is why we have inner earth, right? Inner earth. So it starts from within. So maybe you need to kind of think more positively, think bigger. And I hear this is a phrase from the Bible, I think. He that is in you is bigger than he that is in the world. Like it's like a metaphor to describe God versus all the evils that are in the world. Okay, so I think you need to change from within first before you can see that your situation is actually not that unresolvable or not that impossible to overcome. It's like you need to find this inner source or inner well of energy within, and this is divine energy. So it's like if all this time you have been trying to solve problems merely with your own strength, with your own intelligence, but this time it requires you to ask help from, not just from others, but also from your spirit guides, from God, from universe. Like, ask them to give you a spring of it's like a never ending it's like the ever flowing spring of energy. Okay, so you need to ask the universe to give you an ever flowing spring of energy, inspiration and clarity, so that you can overcome this, because you cannot overcome this with your own strength, which is why we have the no here. So no doesn't mean that you won't get through these tough times, but it's like if you stubbornly trying to, if you meet a brick wall and it's like you have been trying to pound your head onto the brick wall. It's not going to work. It's not going to be resolved. You need to ask your spiritual team for help, and also ask them to send people your way to help you, and it will be a success. And ask them also to, and I see that there is a lot of blue here, blue and green, so heart and throat chakra, I think, more greens. So heart chakra, be open to the help from the universe, okay? Be open to, I think this is also saying that you need to take a retreat, like take a time off, really ponder about the situation, and kind of don't take a retreat to commiserate, to cry over the situation, to just cry over the situation, but also kind of humble yourself before the universe, before God, and like really ask them from the bottom of your heart, I cannot resolve this alone. I need help. Please send me help. Please send me clarity. Please send me strength. Okay? Like, I just want to say that I have been in, like, my depression has been like this the past 2 years, and in the last few months, my mood has taken a nosedive, and it's like every time I wake up in the morning, I feel trapped. I feel like as if I was sentenced to a lifetime in prison, and it's like I thought that I will never get out of this, and it's like every time I woke up, I feel like I almost wish that I didn't wake up, that I almost wish that I will continue sleeping for eternity. Like, if death can be painless, I would have chosen death. Like, it's that bad. But someday, I don't know why, like, I have been praying, and it's like, I don't know, I felt like I have reached a block, and it's like my prayers haven't been answered because nothing is changing. But then one day I watch a movie, Turning Red, and it's like, oh, I love that movie so much because it reminds me of my childhood, and it's also very relatable, and it's like it makes me remember all the sweet things in the past that I have experienced in the past, and I don't know, it feels very cathartic, and it's like I download the soundtrack and I listen to them, and you know what? When I woke up the next morning, the heavy feeling lightens. The heavy feeling that I usually felt when I woke up in the morning lightened, because the night before I took time off, watched the movie, and like listening to the soundtrack, and it's like there is something magical. So it's just an example. So you need some help, some divine help, and like don't let pride prevent you from asking anyone's help. Okay, so I think that for this pile, you always try to resolve issues on your own, with your own strength, but as a human, sometimes there are things that are outside of our control. So maybe this is one of those things. It's outside of our control. So what you can control is how you look at it. You can uplift your mood by doing your hobbies, taking time off, taking a retreat to rest, relax, and reflect, and also to like do things that you haven't done for a long time that can lift your mood. Maybe listening to some music, like music that can soothe you, that can calm you, that can make you feel a little bit better, and it's like it will shift your mood and shift your perspective. Okay, so when you are going to get out of this, please give us a ooh, that was so instant. what did I just say? You need rest. You need rest. It's like you have been trying to like pounding on a brick wall for quite a while, like with until your fists are bleeding. I mean, this is just a metaphor, but yeah, you need rest. And this is not just rest, like just sleeping and then waking up tomorrow feeling the same. No, this is like total rest and total rejuvenation. You see this figure here is praying to the, I don't know, to the Holy Mother. Yeah, to their spirit guide or something. And you see how the hands look like they are praying. So this is not something you can resolve by yourself. You need some divine intervention, or you need God, the universe, to change your perspective, to give you a clarity, like a different way of understanding the problem. You know, like sometimes when you try to resolve a puzzle, a word puzzle, or I don't know, any kind of puzzle, you try to put together the pieces, but you each time you fail, and then you just drop the thing and leave to do your other things, and then you come back to it, and suddenly you see the solution because you take some time out, and then when you return, you suddenly see different side or different aspect of your problem that you didn't see before, and it will make you, it will be like a sudden realization that makes you think, oh, okay, so actually let me try to do this and this, and suddenly you are out of the problem. Okay, I think, yeah, this is why you have inner earth. Use, like I said, it needs a shift in your perspective. You see yourself as this woman. It's like she is loosely bound, and she is not really trapped by the swords. I mean, like, hello, she can just walk out, and it's like she can shimmy, and then those those ropes will fall down, and she will be free. But it's like she believes that she is bound so tightly, and she is trapped in a situation that she cannot get out from, and it becomes a reality. So you need a shift in perspective. Okay, pile number 1. And what did I say? Ask for help from others. So reach out to friends or people that you know care for you and who can offer you a solution. So I have a feeling that I think this is really my pile. I mean, if I have to choose a pile, I always choose pile number 1. And I mean, this whole pile resonates with me in some way. Maybe you feel like too proud or too ashamed to about your situation to ask for other people's help, and you think that those people will kind of like laugh at you, or I don't know. But there are many, let me tell you, pile number 1, there are many good people out there. And even people that you think are cold, or people that you think don't care about your situation, they actually, maybe some of them actually care. But it's like you have put up a wall within you. It's like you isolate yourself because you don't want people. Yeah, it's like self-isolation. See, I mean, the castle is just right there. She can just walk there. Hello. It's like she is ashamed of like her situation, that she doesn't want to ask for help. But there are good people out there. There are plenty, or there are some people who you can actually trust. Like even with me, with people that I know I can trust, I don't feel comfortable sharing with them because I'm afraid that they will think of me as weak. Because I know that I have these self-limiting beliefs, and I don't want them to see that. But yeah, when it's self-limiting belief that you deal with, there's no other way to deal with than to ask the divine to show you your potential, to show you the potential within you that you haven't discovered. It's like discovering a cave leading to a paradise. So pile number one, in order for you to get out of the situation, it will not be until you open your heart and share with people, and these people will show you how beautiful you are, how talented you are, and it's right below the success. These people will remind you what you have achieved. Okay, pile number one, I think they will tell you, dude, you have a lot of potential. And I think the issue with you is that you are afraid to live. It's like you don't want to. It's like you keep fight or flight or freeze mode, survival mode. And they will ask you to open your heart and start to let people in. Because when you let people in, you will feel less alone, and you feel like there is somebody who actually care for you, who will share burdens with you, who will empathize with you. And this also applies to, asking the help from the higher powers. Maybe all this time you don't believe in God, maybe you don't believe in the universe, but yeah, maybe this is like a way for you to open your heart and to receive, like admit that I need help and I need people to help me, and I can overcome this, that I have the capacity to overcome this, and I need people to remind me who I am, where I come from, which is, from God, from the universe, and what I can do to, to see the issues in a different light. So how and when you will get out of here, out of your situation, I mean, how and when pile number one will get out of their situation? Please give us more info as to the timeline and the how. The chariot. With the chariot, this will happen when you acknowledge your shadow side. Like, okay, this is a little bit deep, but it's like I don't know how to explain this. I think if you watch Pixar's Turning Red, you will understand. Because there, I'm sorry if there is a bit of a spoiler here. Spoiler warning, okay? The core, the message that the movie is saying is that don't repress your messy side, okay? So maybe you always see yourself as someone who is in control of everything. You can resolve everything. It's like you are like Maylin's mom in that movie. It's like if you think that if you apply this domineering, over controlling, like very meticulous, very, how to say this, if you think that if you watch everything like a hawk, there is not going to be any problem. But the thing is, every person has a dark side, has a messy side, has a loud side, has a side that they are not proud of. So if you are angry with someone, upset with someone, and you think like, I shouldn't be upset with this person, I should hold myself back, No, that's not the answer, because the more you repress your anger, your sadness, your feeling of unfairness, like if you deal with another person who is very difficult, if you hold yourself back and always try to be the higher person, it's actually going to, it's like the messy, the angry side of you that will feel like it's like it will build up. It's like a volcano. It's like it will explode one day, and it will create an even bigger issue. So if this whole thing has to do with a situation or a person that makes you feel frustrated, angry, sad, then acknowledge those feelings. Acknowledge that you have the right to feel sad. Acknowledge that you have the right to feel angry. Like, don't try to be perfect. I think those of you, all of you in this file, you try to be perfect all the time. And it's like you try to hold yourself back and try to be a perfect angelic person. But actually, it's like it's making things worse, because you never let your shadow side out. I mean, we are human. We are made of light and shadow. So don't be afraid to talk about your issue with the psychiatrist. I think some of you here are also against psychiatrists, against going to therapy. Like I said, you feel ashamed for feeling the way you do about this situation. Don't. Stop. Acknowledge that you are feeling angry, you are feeling sad, you are feeling like you are being abandoned, you feel like it's unfair, it's unjust, and let it out. But it's like let it out in a healthy way. Like talk it out with a therapist, talk it out with a trusted friend, and even with the person you are dealing with. Don't be afraid to tell them, of course, in a nice way, in the right circumstances. Tell them, I have been trying to be good, I have been trying to give you what you need, but this is my limit. This is my limit. I cannot do this any more than this, because I have my own needs. Okay, so I really recommend you to watch Turning Red. Okay, it's all about acknowledging that you have a shadow side, and also that you need friends, you need good support system, and that you don't have to be perfect. Okay, you don't have to be perfect. And once you acknowledge that, once you take the steps that I have been describing here, look at what it's at the bottom of the deck. And also, this reminds me of Maylin saying in the movie, nothing stays the same forever. Nothing stays the same forever. Okay, so either I suggest you better take steps to free yourself of your mental prison, accept people and friendship available around you, accept support, acknowledge you need help. Don't be afraid to go to experts. Don't be afraid to seek help. Doesn't have to be expert, can also be tarot readers, can also be a spiritual guru, whatever. And let out your anger in a healthy way. Like, you can write a diary, you can scream to your pillow, you can literally go to somewhere quiet and scream your lungs out. You can also talk with the person you are dealing with. Like, let the anger out first before you talk with them. And when you already deal and let this messy side out, this light side, things will clear and light will come in. Okay, so those things, this wheel of fortune will come when you already deal with this. Okay, when you already deal with this issue. Yeah, in order for you to handle this in a logical, healthy way in order for you to be able to see things without messy emotion. You have to let the emotion out first, get rid of it first, and then you have to go into a retreat, scream your lungs out, like drink until you pass out, and then after you, I don't know, after you get release all the anger and disappointment, you can think clearly. And look, 10 of Cups. You are very close to achieving your goal. Yeah, it's just a petty battle. Okay. So, yeah, it's like you keep all these thoughts to yourself until you almost die from it. It's like a small betrayal that actually you can walk away from, but it's like, I think some of you also hold grudges. If yes, then there is no way but to talk about resolving this thing with the person. And of course, you have to gather your strength and your resources first. It's like you have to deal with the anger first. Otherwise, when you talk with this person, you will get emotional, and it's like it will not be good. So you have to have a clear mind, and the only way to have a clear mind is to seek for help and to deal with your emotion, deal with the trauma, generational trauma, or anything that makes you feel like you have to be perfect all the time. It's not true. So if you think that, if you have been taught that you should be this person who keep it together all the time, it's a lie. Okay. So one final card. When will this end? When will this end? I don't think the spirit has any more message from the tarot. Let me just pull you I also think that if you don't take action to resolve this issue from within, if you keep trying to resolve the issue using the old methods, the universe is going to step in and resolve the issue for you, and it's like maybe you will like it less. Okay, so if you can, please please consider the advice that I have just said. So advice for pile number 1. Good luck, but I'm not going to take that. I don't think that is supposed to flip. Just one card for pile number 1, please. One card. Courage. Yeah, you need courage to face the truth. Maybe some of you have been avoiding the core issue of this problem, which is to talk with the person that you are dealing with and keeping it all in. It's like you never really talk with the other person about what you feel, how they feel. It's like you never had the real talk. Okay, so just one more, please. Talent, passion. I knew this card would come up. So one way for you to make yourself feel better, like I said, do things that you love. I think this can also mean, this 6 of Cups can also mean doing your childhood hobbies, things that make you smile. Okay, how am I supposed to okay. Talent and passion. Do what makes you happy. I think this also means dance or physical activity. So exercising, dancing, singing sad songs, like singing in karaoke. It is also an outlet for you to let those anger, those sadness, those feelings out, so that you can think clearly, like the Queen of Swords that we saw earlier in the tarot, and be able to see the issue in a different light, and also talk with the person that you are dealing with in a rational manner, in a sensible manner. Okay, so it's important for you to keep moving, release those pent up energy. I think for some of you, you are also have been isolating yourself at home for a long time. Socialize, get together with some friends for some drinks, for some karaoke, take a vacation. There is an endless way of doing this, but you do need help and outlet for you to release all those feelings, and you need courage to ask for help, to admit that you don't that this situation is already out of your control, and to admit that you need to have a talk, you need to have difficult talks with some people. Okay, so that's how this issue is going to start to improve. So that's for you, pile number 1. I hope this resonates. I hope it helps. Click like, subscribe to my channel if it does, and check out the description box below for how to book personal reading, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello there, pile number 2. So if you choose the second pile or these clear quotes, let's see whether you will get out of your challenging situation and when. Okay, so this is your yes or no answer, and these are some oracle messages. We have in the near future, we have prosperity lies ahead, and we have double mission. Light worker star seeds, serve the world by being you. Okay, actually this card came up in reverse, but I'm not sure if I should read it in reverse. Let's see. There is also a card, when I pulled this card, the card at the bottom of the deck was compromise. Let me show you the card. This one. So this card was at the bottom of the deck when I pulled this one. So let's see. In the near future, compromise, prosperity lies ahead. Serve the world by being you. Let me so I think in the near future there is going to be an improvement or an answer to your prayers, and with the prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus, I think there will be some sort of opportunity, like maybe if this has something to do with money or finances or career, because Taurus is an earth sign and earth is all about material things. Yeah, you are going to receive a news soon, or you are going to see result of your hard work. Light worker star seed, serve the world by being you. I don't know if you have been compromising your belief, your faith, in order to get money, more money, then this card serves as an advice to keep being you. Okay, so let me find out first what this compromise card is about, because it's the card at the bottom of the deck, and usually it's about the things that is hidden, that we can't see. What is this compromise? Why is it there? Why is that compromise card there at the bottom of the deck? Please clarify. Why is this compromise card at the bottom of the deck? Please clarify. Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Cups. It's actually good cards. So let me just I never checked the guidebook for this deck, but for this one I'm trying to determine what the message actually is. Compromise. in order to create a happy outcome for this situation, you will find it necessary to compromise. Allow yourself some time to become clear about what is truly important to you. Yeah, serve the world by being you. Also take note of matters where you would be open to changing your position. Work toward an agreement where everyone wins. Be open to a cooperation that will allow you to get what you need, while also assisting others in fulfilling their desires. Be objective about finding a balance between respecting everyone else's viewpoints and still being true to your own. Okay. So this has to do with right. So you have been waiting for some kind of opportunity, and because we have the Knight of Cups, this is like getting a dream job perhaps, or getting I don't know if it's about relationship, because we have prosperity lies ahead. This is about not lowering your standard a bit, but it's like not compromising to the point that you are not you anymore. It's like finding a healthy balance. It's almost like negotiating a salary with the company, like you will agree to meet in the middle, right? So this is no different. So maybe you have been looking for a job, and it's like, I don't know, this is just an example. You have been looking for a dream job with a big salary and great job description, or maybe your standard is a little bit too high. So if you want to lower it a bit, then there is going to be some opportunity that that perhaps you never expect that it will actually be really good. Okay, so what will happen in the near future here? Please clarify. This can also mean like if it's a love relationship, like if you have been looking for love and it's like you haven't found it, you keep encountering people, it's like you can't seem to find the right person, that maybe you should consider you should consider whether you expect too much from them. Okay, so what is this in the near future? Please clarify what will come in the near future for pile number 2. Oh, Judgment, but it's like it's in reverse. So if Judgment is in reverse, Death, King of Wands, 8 of Cups, Justice, Death. Yeah, it's like with the Judgment, I think it will be easier to put it this way. I think you will, in the near future, you will come into a realization that you need to change something about the way you look at the issue. So similar to pile number 1, but this is more like you realizing that you have been kind of too idealistic maybe in looking at your issues, because we have Death, and Death is like what you thought was true. It's like the end of a certain belief system or a certain way of life or a certain way of thinking that you don't want to let go, but it's like it's not serving you anymore. It has to be released. So with the Judgment and Reserve, it's like there is something that you don't see. It's like maybe all this time you haven't been true to yourself, perhaps, with the Judgment. That's why we have being true to yourself. So maybe you haven't been okay. Another thing is that maybe it's either like earlier I said, maybe your standard has been too high, or it has been too low. It's like I see, now I see the light. So yeah, you haven't been yourself all this time. It's like with the prosperity lies ahead, maybe you have been if this is about career or profession, maybe you have been looking for jobs that pays the bills, but it doesn't feel authentic to you. It's like it makes you feel miserable inside because that job is not true to your nature. Light workers, star seed. So a lot of you are probably empaths, tarot readers, or psychic, or it's like or anyone artistic. Like maybe you love to write or paint, or like making something that inspire others, that uplift humanity with your art. And it's like all this time you have been forced to, by situation or by something else, to do something that you don't love or that is not true to your nature. And if it yes, then maybe in the near future you will realize this. You will realize that you need to balance the scale. So compromise here, for some of you it can be that maybe you are too idealistic, but I think for most of you, for in this file, you have been compromising yourself too much for other people, and it's now time to bring the scale into balance. It's like find a job that is true to your nature, but also pays the bills. I know that it's hard, but it's like so if there are other people involved in your decision or in this issue, then maybe you should talk with them to get a way out that will satisfy everybody. Okay. I keep wanting to quote the scenes from Turning Red, but anyway, this is a spoiler. But yeah, anyway, it's like a child and a parent. Like when the child is already like in teenage years, the parents will give them a certain freedom, but with responsibility. So they can go out with their friends, they can have fun with their friends, but return home before dinner. Okay, so there is a compromise. So this is what you should do in order to get out of this situation that feels like it's a dead end for you. So you need to talk with people, maybe your family, maybe your spouse, partner, whatever, that you need to be true to yourself for prosperity to actually start showing up in your life. Okay, because if you don't love your job, you will tend to procrastinate, you will not do your best, and as a result you cannot get a raise, you cannot get promoted. But if you are doing something you love, even if you are not being paid much at first, you will do it because you love the job, and it will be seen by your supervisor, and it's like you will make your way to the top much quicker because that job suits you very much. It suits your nature, you love doing it, and as a result you give your best. Okay, so this the luck will come towards you if you do something that you love. So this has to be taken into equation. Okay, so when you search for a job or when you look for ways to make money, stay true to yourself. Don't compromise too much for it's like don't compromise your ideals just to meet the world's expectation or just to meet other people's expectation. There has to be a balance. Sure, you need to look for money to, you need to earn money to pay the bills, but you also need to do something that feels authentic to you. So maybe you can, like, for example, if you have a day job, you can do something on the side, or you can ask your boss to like work part-time so that you will have more time to do things that you love and make money out of it as well. Okay, so yeah, that is like a death. That is like an end of an era. And this King of Wands and this Eight of Cups, it means that you have a bigger vision. You don't want to be in this situation anymore, like your old job. It may have it's like you don't you feel like your old job doesn't satisfy you emotionally, and it's like it doesn't allow you to grow. It doesn't allow you to showcase your talent, your vision. What do you want to achieve? Yeah, justice. There has to be a balance. And you are thinking about money. Yeah, you have dreams, but you are worrying about money. So you have been like rejecting offers that are actually more in line with your interest because of that. I don't want to keep seeing the card at the bottom of the deck, but that's just a picture of what is behind the scenes. So when you are going to get out of this situation, pile number 2. Or maybe I should ask how you will get out of this situation. So how pile number 2 will get out of this challenging situation, please? How will pile number 2 get out of this challenging situation, please? How will pile number 2 get out of this challenging situation? The Empress come in reverse. So yeah, you have not been taking care of your own needs. You always take care of others' needs. So this has to be like, maybe you sacrifice your own desire, your own plans, your own dreams for others. And actually the result kind of backfire because you don't enjoy what you are doing, and you cannot become abundant. You cannot become prosperous because the energy that you give in your job is like an energy of being forced to do something you don't like. So how will pile number 2, let me ask this, when will pile number 2 come out of this situation? Can you give a timeline, please, universe? When will pile number 2 get out of your situation? You need to walk out of your mental prison. So I think you have been like trying hard to please everybody, that you don't that you feel the situation as hopeless. You don't want to disappoint people. And it's like you have been overthinking about this situation because you want everyone to be happy. But really, the balance has to I think the balance here is like tipping more to other people's side. So you have been compromising yourself too much. So when will pile number 2 get out of this situation? when and how they will get out of this situation, please. When and how. That. And Knight of Swords. So cut the bullshit. It's like it's time for you to face the uncomfortable truth, and it's time for you to take action on your own behalf. Let me just take this back, because actually the importance is the Death card. What's at the bottom of the deck? Yeah, Page of Swords. You may not see this now, but it's like you have to, Page of Swords is like, oh, this can also be some kind of news. So there's going to be an offer presented to you, a job offer, and yeah, it's going to be something you love, but it's like it will cause you to like butt heads with some people in your family who may not like it, because they have their own ideas of what you should do. But with the Judgment card, you have to answer your call. Serve the world by being you. It's time. It's time for this to die. It's time for this nonsense to die. Don't hold back for anyone else. Okay? Don't hold back for anyone else. I think that's a period already. So again, when and how they will get out of this situation. Like, is there going to be some offer or some help? When and how they will get out of this situation. When and how. Nice. See that? The Fool, Four of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Do you see how the Fool actually go towards the death? It's like he happily welcomes the death of his old life. It's like he is leaving all this behind, this comfort zone, this sticking to the old ways of doing things. It's like all this time you have been like focusing on making money. And it's like saving, paying bills, But it's like you never stop to think why things doesn't improve, why it feels like your career is stagnant. Sure, you may be making a lot of money, but you feel unhappy. You feel stuck. You feel as if like life passed you by, and it's like enough is enough. I'm going there to face death, because I know after death comes rebirth, comes the sunshine. You see the sun here and the sun here. So you need to leave your fears of disappointing people who make you do this, and actually go back to your nature. Like, go back to being you, even if it's a career. And actually, especially if it's a career, because this prosperity lies ahead is I mean, actually, when you do something you love, people can feel that positive energy, and it's like your ascent to more prosperity is going to be even bigger. It doesn't always it's not always faster. Okay, I mean, I left my job and then I do this tarot reading, and it's like the money comes slow, but it keeps trickling. Like, the more I'm doing this, the more I'm doing this without expectation, just enjoying it. It's like it's like there are always people coming in to ask for a reading. So it may be slow with the Taurus energy. Like if you decide to do something that you love and leave your old job behind, it's like, I just want to tell you, there is no guarantee that you will become rich overnight. Like, be realistic, compromise. So that's why I say, if it's possible, this compromise card is telling you to kind of accommodate the opinions of the people who are involved in this, like maybe your family, the people that you support. Like, you may keep your job, but make time, make room to do things that you love. And over time, you can transition, you can change your career, switch your career, or kind of look for a job that will still pay the bills, but allow you more time to explore your other interests that is more in line with your authentic self. And actually, if you have more time to do your own, what truly inspires you, it's like it will give you a sense of rejuvenation, and you actually will perform better at work. Okay, so if you have time to do your hobbies, your interests, if you have time to just be you and do what you love, it actually will kind of the payback will return, and it's like you will get the payback, and it will show in your day job. Like, you will become more motivated, you will become happier, and it will improve your productivity. But if you focus just on work, and work that you hate, without paying attention to what you need, paying attention, ignoring your calling, ignoring what your heart is telling you to do, it's like this job will become a nightmare, and it's like you will perform less and less and less because you get depressed. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have Page of Pentacles, Five of Swords. So maybe there is going to be an offer that you actually like, but it's like there will be people who will be against it, and you should stand firm. You should stand firm, and it's like evaluate whether it's like I mean, if you are forced to do what other people want you to do, it's like the result will not be so lucrative, because you will feel depressed at work, unhappy, and it will affect your productivity. So you have to stand firm, and it's like prioritize your mental and emotional health, okay, and spiritual calling, spiritual health. I just split the deck, and we have Temperance. Okay, so be realistic. Money is important, but it's not everything. Money is important, but it's not everything. Okay, end of story. Oops. So let's see with want to use the Divine Doors Oracle. So what door will be open for pile number 2? What door will be open for pile number 2, please? What door will be open for pile number 2, please? What door will be open for pile number 2? What door will be open for pile number 2? What door will be open for... You see that? I think this is a door to prosperity. I mean, yeah, prosperity. Begin here. Do not fear what travel brings, my dear. The moment is yours. Begin now here. Pass this on. So travel doesn't always mean... it can also be that maybe you will receive an offer that will require you to travel. and it's like some of your family will oppose it, but it's like you have to compromise with them. Compromise meaning promise them what they want, like make them see things from your point of view. It's like this opportunity is too good to pass up, and it's like actually it's a way for you to get what you want and for them to get what they want as well, like money for them and travel for you. It's like, you know, negotiate with them. So that can be one. You can be traveling. It's like there is an offer that will require you to travel, and it's like you will love it so much. It's like a departure from what you have done before. But travel can also mean departure from this stagnant energy, like doing things that you actually love instead of staying the same old that you have no passion about. Okay, so the moment is yours. Begin now here. So you need to take swift action. We saw the Knight of Swords and King of Swords earlier. Queen of Swords. So yeah, that's for you, pile number 2. I hope that resonates and helps. If it does, click like, subscribe to my channel. Check out the description box below for how to book personal readings and other information. And I'll see you next time. Best of luck. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. So if you choose the third pile or this mini amethyst, this is going to be your reading on whether your hard times, your challenging times will end, and when and how. Okay, so these are the yes or no answer, and these are the oracle explanation. Okay, we have ask your angels. Meditation bring answer. To be honest, when I shuffle for you, when I got this ask your angels, to be honest, I always hated when I got these 2 cards myself. So I got this card, and then I decided to try and pull a shuffle for another one. And this card came up twice. So it's like, okay, oh well, what's the point? Like if the answer is you should ask your spirit guides, then I don't have to do this reading. But anyway, let's see. Look at the bigger picture. Earth pulsing. Pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. Oh, Haig. Okay, I won't spell it. I will spell it wrong. Longing for homes, homesick for the star. So I think you are like a combo between pile number 1 and 2. More like pile number 1 maybe. So maybe if you feel drawn to pile number 1, check that out as well. It's like the message is the same, almost the same. It's like you need to, like, you have asked your angels and meditation twice. So it's like your spirit guides is like literally maybe they have been screaming at you to slow the F down and take some time in nature, take some time to rejuvenate, because with this longing for home, you may be a starseed, and it's like you are frustrated with how life has been going on Earth. So this is not something that we can easily answer. You need to connect with, maybe you haven't been praying for a long time. Maybe you haven't been taking time to rest for a long time. You haven't connected with nature for a long time. I mean, those don't underestimate the power of prayer, and don't underestimate the power of a time out in nature. Because when you are surrounded by God or the universe creation, you will be able to see how, like, when you perhaps see how the river is formed, or the mountains, it's like you will be able to see that the God, the universe who create the earth, has a very elaborate plan that no human can fathom. Okay, so by connecting with nature, you will be able to clear your mind and also detox from people around you who are probably toxic. And it's like you will find your center again. You will be able to ground yourself or reground yourself, and you will be able to see how mighty, how big, how mysterious the universe is. How mysterious. I mean, nature holds like a gazillion of mystery that even biologists and experts have not uncovered. So that's why you should reconnect with nature, because it helps you put things in perspective. I remember a friend of mine saying that when she went hiking and she reached the top of the mountain and she looked down, it feels like all her problems feel smaller, because she is looking at everything from a higher point of view. And I think this is what the look at the bigger picture says. Now, I just want to read the guidebook description. So basically, you need time to meditate. It's as simple as that. And you also must be willing to lend an ear and listen. Listen not with your physical ear, of course. It's like really isolate and be in a very quiet, peaceful place, so that you can because when you are living in the city especially, and living with family members who are loud and toxic and narcissistic, it's like kind of hard to see how you can get out of this situation. But if you go on a retreat and go hiking or do mountain climbing, or simply sitting by the river or a lake, like you don't have to go too far, just like go to a place where you can be on your own and where you feel peaceful and quiet, away from people in your life, like it will do wonders. Because suddenly you will get an epiphany. Like people get sudden epiphany, inspiration by taking a retreat. Okay. Look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture. Are you thinking too much about the details of your dilemma, fretting over minutiae? Okay, I won't spell it. Can be counterproductive, or perhaps you are being all talk and no action. This card is a reminder that while it's good to think things through, sometimes you need to step back and look at the bigger picture. What do you then see about your current situation? What's the most positive thought you can have about it? Now is the time to count your blessing, even if you don't have exactly what you want just yet. This card is also a reminder that we often have to take a few risks and go with uncertainty on this journey called life. Try to keep an open mind about what's for the best. The universe could surprise you. Yeah, this is why you have to retreat in nature, because like I said, going in nature can open your eyes to things that are very interesting and mysterious, like how the nature works, like seeing the animals, seeing the plants. It's like you will be amazed by a lot of things that you cannot imagine, and it's like you will feel like this life is not so, it's not so constrained, it's not so, it's like it has infinite possibilities. It has infinite possibilities, and it's like it's not as constricted as you think. Okay, so by going to nature, you can see the wonders that nature holds, like this nature that has been created by God. It's like you can see how everything works, like how does how all these are created, you will wonder. And it's like, if the universe, if God can create all these things, then there is actually a lot of ways in which I can get out of my situation. Maybe I just haven't thought about it. And it's like, you can also ask for help to. So I think this meditation card is like telling you to get away from people who makes you unable to think clearly, and to just be alone with God, with the universe, with Mother Earth, however you want to believe it, so that you can get inspiration and downloads, like spiritual downloads. And it's like you will suddenly get ideas that you cannot get when you are surrounded by people. If some of you have writer's block, artist block, whatever blocks, going into nature can also release those blocks as well. Keeping an open mind. Yeah, this world is not as constricted as you think. It's like okay, let me just give you another recommendation. Please read the Midnight Library, the book Midnight Library. Google it. Like literally, that book shows how, even though you in the most hopeless situation, there are still many ways in which you can change the situation around. It's like there is never a dead end, only crossroads. Okay. Okay, additional. Okay, attune to the moon. Take time out for a mini break or adventure. This situation may have come around because you've been distracted. Be confident without being overconfident to win the day. Have you shown that you care? If not, now is the time. Find a balance between speaking your mind and saying too much. Yeah, this is also like having saying about micromanaging the universe. Like maybe you sweat the small stuff, but actually when you go to nature, you will see that the things that you are sweating, stressing about, it doesn't matter much in the end. Like, this world is so big, it's not just about you, okay? And this homesick for the stars, it can be that because you are a new soul, so you have a hard time adjusting to life on earth. So this thing happened, like your soul feels constricted, your soul feels imprisoned. You feel a bit mucky. So that's why a retreat every now and then is very, very important, if possible. Yeah, so actually this is a very simple thing. You are just being asked to retreat so that you can see that actually things that you sweat about, it doesn't matter that much, really. And there are a lot of possibilities that you can still try. Even if you think that you are stuck, you are never stuck. It's like you can change small things in your everyday life that will bring about completely different results. Like a small act of kindness to your neighbors, like that can mean a lot. That can have it's like maybe that neighbor will remember that small act of kindness, and maybe they will pay you back with a favor when you need them. Like, you see that? Every minute counts, every act is meaningful, okay? So how and when you will get out of this situation? Ace of Pentacles, so there is going to be a new opportunity. You have been trying to take on too much. You spread yourself too thin. Remember what the guidebook says. Don't try to sweat the small stuff, okay? And if there are people who are just obnoxious, just ignore them. It's like, don't pick fights with them. Pick your battles. This is another advice. Pick your battles. Save your energy and ignore people who are not important. Like, say your piece, and if like they still want to have the final say, just let them, okay? Knight of Pentacles. slow and steady wins the race. You don't have to like rush everything and do everything at once. Hey, time for the universe is different from the concept of time that we think. For the universe, everything is infinite. So there is no such thing as a deadline. So you don't have to rush everything. Just slow and steady wins the race, okay? Do everything at your own pace. And also when you are trying to make a decision, don't overthink, but it's like just go with your gut feeling, because your gut feeling is like your intuition is a bridge between your mind and your heart. So you cannot make a decision only based on your emotion or passion, or only based on logic. It's like there has to be a balance between the two. So that's why you have to go the middle ground, okay? So what is this Ace of Pentacles? I think this means choose one thing. Just choose one thing that feels right to you. You don't have to spread yourself so thin. Just do one thing at a time. And if you focus on one thing at a time, actually the result will be so much better, because you will save your energy more, and it's like you will just be focusing on that one thing, and that one thing will flourish. It's like, don't be the jack of all trades, okay? Don't be the jack of all trades. Just master one thing, and then that will bring you to prosperity. So I just want to clarify this Ace of Pentacles for a bit. What is this Ace of Pentacles, please? Please clarify the Ace of Pentacles for pile number 2. Knight of Swords. Four of Cups, rejection, being defensive, following your intuition. Yeah. Like I said, Knight of Swords and Ace of Pentacles. So focus on just one thing. Don't spread yourself too thin. Don't try to grab everything that interests you. Follow your intuition in doing what matters most to you at this time. I'm also hearing don't be too picky. Don't be too picky with that Four of Cups. So if somebody offers something to you that maybe it's not something that you want 100%, but it's like it will do, and it's like it will fulfill what you need at this moment. Like if you need money and there is an offer for you, even though it's nothing that you even though it's not something that you would it's like it's not the ideal job, or it's not the ideal opportunity, but it's like if it meets your needs at this moment, then go for it, okay? So don't be too picky either. So how will pile number 3, when will they get out of the situation? When and how they will get out of this situation? When they will eventually... Ooh. Eight of Cups in reverse. What's this? Eight of Pentacles. Ace of King of... Okay. Yeah, it has something to do with this longing for home, homesick for the stars. Maybe you have been too idealistic. It's like, yeah, like I said, you worry about minutes, small things. It's like if something doesn't fully satisfy you 100%, you will totally reject it. But you are still living on earth. There is no such thing as perfect, okay? Just pick one opportunity that is being offered to you, focus on it, okay? So don't be too idealistic and don't be too flighty. It's like if you find something that you don't like, or if you easily get bored. I think for you it's like the opposite of the one of the other piles. It's like for you easily get bored. Learn to kind of learn to make do with whatever you have right now, okay? Yeah, you see that? See this, you may think that your current job is so boring, so mundane, it's like nothing is interesting, but if you try to see the positive things about the job, with the Ace of Swords is and the King of Swords is like looking at the overall big picture. And I think you don't dislike this job very much. It's like you are just bored. So maybe if you feel like the need to change career, be careful, because it's just that you need some vacation. You need some rejuvenation, because you long for something that is not in this world, that doesn't exist in this world. You long for something perfect because you are a starseed or a new soul. So don't be too much in the clouds, okay? Don't be too much in the clouds. Ground yourself and be realistic, and it's like you will see great result, okay? So let me just clarify this Eight of Cups in reverse. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you are thinking of quitting a job or something because you feel like it's not something that you want. But yeah, bottom of the deck, Tower. It's like you need to change your perspective and don't follow your emotion. It's like your emotion is unstable right now, so that's why you need some rest. It's like it's not a big deal. What you are worrying about is actually not a big deal. It's not a dead end. It's like this place that you are still where you are now, it still holds a lot of possibilities if you want to look at it in a different light. So when will pile number 3 get out of this situation? The Death card again. There is a part of you that needs to, a certain way of thinking or a certain belief needs to die. But let me, when will pile number 3 get out of their situation? Be more in touch with your, okay. So if you feel mucky and you feel like this situation is so boring, so I don't know, it's like you cannot stand being here anymore, try to meditate at night. Oh God, meditating. Yeah, try to meditate at night time. Like at night time, maybe you want to put on some healing music or grounding music. Like if you cannot go on a vacation yet, maybe spend your night time, your rest time meditating, so that you will be guided out of this uncertain uncertain period. I think you kind of sometimes you mistake a dog for a wolf. So yeah, this situation is actually not really that bad. It's just that you think it's bad because you have an idealistic, subconsciously you long for something that is actually like stuff that don't happen much in this world. It's like a 1 in a million situation or 1 in a million dream. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Be realistic, be grounded. You need grounding, seriously. You have your head too much in the clouds. So how Yeah, enjoy your free time. Like, I think you financially you have no issues at all. Use your money as a tool. Like, don't mistake. Maybe some of you think money is bad. Money is money cannot bring happiness, but money can be used as a tool to achieve what you want. So don't be averse to money, okay? Use money to achieve what you want, to pay for a vacation, pay for a time out in nature, pay for a session of meditation. Like, use money to actually bring yourself closer to where you want to be. Yes, the world is your oyster. One last card, please, on how and when pile number 3 will get out. Yeah, King of Cups. You need to chill, and it's like you need to control your emotion. So I think you tend to be a bit emotional sometimes, a bit idealistic. King of Cups is someone who is not like, they understand why they feel a certain way, but it's like they never rush or take reckless action based on what they feel. They take time to understand what they are feeling, which is like, maybe you miss your soul miss something that you haven't found yet in this world. But actually that something can be found if you want to look at your situation in a different light. It's like your boring job is just like, it's not the end of the world. Your boring job is not the end of the world. Now for you guys, I'm going to recommend the Pixar film Soul. It's all about finding paradise in the mundane. I mean, I won't try to explain. I won't take like hours to try to explain it. But really, watch the movie Soul. Really, I recommend you. Okay, because it's all about like how you oftentimes have high or idealistic dream, but once you get there, you always want something more. So satisfaction comes from inside, from being independent, from being from seeing all the good things that you have in your environment now, and not focusing on the bad things. Okay, and it's like it's like the movie Soul is like this one, like the main character feeling like this person when the movie starts. It's like he wants something more, but at the end of the movie he is like this. It's like it's like your spark of life is not a life purpose. So maybe for those of you, for a lot of you, you feel like you lack a life purpose, but actually your life purpose is found in the everyday, doing the things that you love every day. Like outside of the, like you have time for your hobbies, then do it. And you need a vacation, do it. Or if like change some of your routines. Like if you have been doing the same routine all the time, maybe after work, do something you have never done before, like go karaokeing, go with friends, or like do something interesting and new that will refresh you, rejuvenate you. Okay, so you the only major arcana is this card, which means that you need to rely on your intuition, which is like your connection with the divine, to see things from their point of view, see your life from their point of view. Okay, and like be this King of Cups. Don't follow your flighty emotion, because emotion is only temporary. It's like when you maybe you feel like, oh, it's Monday again, I have to go to work again. But it's like then you, after you get into the train and you read your favorite book while on the way to work, that feeling will dissipate, right? So find magic in everyday life. That's the advice here. Yeah, if you be like this King of Cups, you will see that actually you have been making progress. Yeah, you have been like rejecting this and that because you feel like it's less than ideal. So be patient. If you have a dream, be patient, and like don't get stuck in the same frame of mind. Be different, okay? Be different. So just pulling you one last card from the Divine Doors Oracle. What's the final advice for pile number 3, please? For how they can get out of their situation, how they can get out of the rut, how they can unstuck themselves from this situation, please. Just one card. 1111. Numbers in double synchronicity in 2. Don't hold back your love now. Life is meant for you. Pass this on. Life is meant for you. Yeah, life holds a lot of wonders. So even though you I remember the character Joe in the movie Soul said there is a new soul that has not been born to earth. It's like it's asking something to Joe, and Joe said, oh, that's just a boring, an old let me just find the dialogue, okay? Because I'm just bad at this. Yeah, regular old living. Let me find the dialogue. This will contain a bit of a spoiler, okay? But otherwise I cannot explain this to you. Bear with me, please. Okay, this is it. The soul 22. It says to Joe, so Joe says, my life was meaningless. Then 22, this newborn soul who hasn't been born to earth, it's considering, because the soul has to find a spark, a will to live before it can be sent to earth. So 22 contemplates her own spark for life, exuding innocence, joy, and wonder. Maybe sky watching can be my spark, she says, or walking. I'm really good at walking. Joe replies again with mute cynicism, those really aren't purpose, 22. That's just regular odd living. But 22 is right. The magic act is actually exists in regular odd living, like looking at the sky, looking at the sunset, looking at the, I don't know, seeing the maple leaves. If you live in a 4-season country, seeing the snow falling, okay? So yeah, don't hold back your love now. Life is meant for you. Please fall back in love with life again. Don't think that you need to have a certain purpose or price that you have to achieve. Your purpose, your spark of life is here and now, okay? So that's for you, pile number 3. I hope that resonates. I hope you get what I mean. If you find this helpful, please click like, subscribe to my channel. Check out the description box below for how to book personal reading and stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye.